Men working high above. America protects the sky. Blinding speed into the wind. From rooftops everywhere, Rocketmen are watching. Never look at your feet when you're taking off. You'll snap your neck. Steer with your eyes. Remember overhead wires, phone lines, laundry. You mind heights? That's good. What's your name?
Ben.
Step up, Benny. Come on. Here we go. Up. Oh, don't look down. Don't, Benny. Don't look down. Steady, okay? First day, we're just gonna take it easy, okay? You ever use a jetpack before? I'm kidding, it's not a jetpack. You get one control, okay? This right here, that's your thrust. Everything else is gyroscopic. The pack waits for you. Got it?
What?
Rockets are like 70 years old, man. Gotta have some faith. Go! Condensed activated hydrogen. Neutralizes your body weight after you jump. After that, all you need is a little thrust. There we go. Benny, quit staring, you're creeping me out. You should take that thing off. You think that phone's gonna ring?
It keeps me warm.
I'd like to keep her warm. There she goes.
12-letter word for sky.
Stratosphere.
Stratosphere. I hate Sundays.
It's Tuesday.
I'm 4 on. This is my Sunday.
You mean it's your Friday?
Now I work weekends. This is my Sunday.
This is my springtime.
I'm on sabbatical.
I like to bet on that hotel. There was an awning.
With a hole to let in the rain, right, Trenton?
Screw off.
Hey, so, you wanna catch a movie after work?
I bet she works in a bar.
I bet she's fascinating. They are playing Philadelphia Story at the Grand Illusion.
Girl movie.
Scott, Cary Grant, and Jimmy Stewart.
Girl movie.
Shut up. Have you even seen it?
Girl movie.
It's Katharine Hepburn's best film.
Give me that rocket.
It isn't checked.
Ben, rocket. Just give it. No. Shit. I didn't know you had pepper spray.
She should hand it over the bag. It's dangerous to escalate an attack.
I could have swooped in and... Hello, sweetheart.
Can I have my rocket back?
You want me to get your bag back for you? I got it. Come on, Catherine. Let's go get some coffee.
Your heels are scorched.
Friction burns. We're motorcyclers. It's from the exhaust.
Motorcycle exhaust burns your heels?
Design flaw.
Both of them?
We ride side saddle. It's an act. We work for the city. My name's Troy. Have we met before? You look really familiar.
Maybe. Ever wreck your machine before?
No.
I'm a medic. We could have met by the side of the road.
No, an emergency medic? You get to drive an ambulance?
Switch off with my partner.
You totally get to blow red lights.
My uniform's not so good.
So you're like a road doctor?
Doctors spend less time directing traffic and working 4 days on.
We're on the same schedule.
Where do you work?
We work for the city.
Short drip, please.
Macchiato, what are you drinking?
Hey, Lori.
Hey, Mary, tall mocha?
Awesome.
Hey, Mary. Have you ever seen the Philadelphia Story?
Didn't get picked for the team. He likes the attention, but the only man that Troy finds arousing is himself. You're new, aren't you?
Yeah.
And what was it that you did so well that you came to spend your days on top of the city? Or was it always your dream to be a rocket man?
Well, I moved here with someone. It didn't exactly work out like I planned. And then I expected to find work, which, that plan didn't pan out so well either.
What kind of work?
I have an associate's degree in interior design.
I have a master's in Egyptology. Trenton, he's a 5-star cook, has been turned out of the best kitchens in the city. Ian took too much peyote one time. If he stands on street level, he'll throw up. Max is prone to head injuries. When Quinn came here after he burned down an Arby's.
Grease fire?
No, he was one of the responding firemen, and we rescued him off the roof.
So, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Holding back giant robots!
All right, but what do I do?
You wait. We all wait.
For what?
Do you think I know? I've been on rooftops for 30 years. I've flown a rocket 6 times. Hope I never do it again. Ben, it's a jobs program. Somebody did you a favor. It's not a great favor. It's cold. The wage hasn't increased since 1943. On the other hand, you got a view.
I thought we were protecting the city.
Well, what do you want to protect it from? Oh, by the way, Katharine Hepburn's best movie was The African Queen.
Is that a phone ringing?
Rocketmen 13. What? South towards Voeing Field? What? Wait, yes. Well, 10 of it. 9 of us, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we're on it. Very good, sir. Thank you.
What the hell was that?
There's a plane. It's flying south over the city. Low clouds. Landing lights out. They can't find the runway. They need flying beacons. Shit, they need us. Shit. All right, gentlemen, this is it. Zip your pockets, tie your boots, check your fuel gauges and level your straps. Begin your pre-lift adjustments. Flight checks 2, how's your rocket? I'm ready. I'm good. All right, wait for the team, number 2.
And your travels do take some great call. I know that you're cut out for more than that fun. But there's no sense for you to come calling, saying there's not a place for you here. Cause if you take your eggs, put them all in one basket.
Ben! crap. We never left the roof. No, I told him he should. Yes. Yeah, I know how this looks. All of them? And until we hear from you, we should just.
That could have happened to anybody.
Ordinarily, it's a window, where some genius takes out a satellite dish or sets fire to an evergreen.
So you're confiscating a rocket?
There are no rockets. Don't even say the word rocket. We just took down an airliner.
That wasn't us. That was.
Shh! The feds are gonna ground all flying in North America.
We're federal. Rocketmen are federal. Does anyone ask us about this?
No! If we're lucky, they forget this program exists. If they did come, they might ask for a head count. Finally, that phone rings, and it's not too many geese, it's not a pornographic skywriter or a cat stuck in a chimney. And that dumb kid goes off like an 8th grade lap dance and puts the Northern Hemisphere on red alert.
We're federal?
Max, rocket!
Sorry, it just started floating like a balloon.
A Boeing Airlines 747 exploded over Seattle today and crashed into the Puget Sound in view of the entire city. Rescue teams are combing the waters. However, nothing is yet known as to the cause of what officials are calling unprecedented engine ignition. No statement yet from the airlines.
It's like 9/11
However,
all over again.
investigators with the FAA say there are hallmarks of terrorism.
I can't say anything conclusively yet. This would appear to be the result of a particularly sophisticated projectile fired from ground level.
They probably don't need paramedics down there, do they?
Stocks are moving downwards today as markets
So easy to
respond
forget.
first
Life is so
attacks in
short.
Seattle.
Sometimes you just need to live in the moment.
God, I feel terrible.
We may not have this chance
Up
tomorrow.
next, our tech advisor wants you to know about the app which tracks world terrorism with satellites, recommending the safest times to fly.
When did it arrive?
They located the black box almost immediately, sir. It's badly shaken up. The plane was having electrical difficulties before the explosion. What we can't explain is the co-pilot's message from 8 seconds before the explosion.
Flight 826 over Seattle. Height unknown. Zero visibility. Wow! Is that a rocket, man? What's up, Elton John?
What can anybody tell me about Elton John?
Sir! Elton John, sir! He's a rock star.
British musician, sir. A friend of royalty, known homosexual.
This could be part of a movement. I'm ordering flight restrictions on all British rock stars.
All of them, sir?
All of them. We can't risk one slipping through our fingers. See if the airports need new scanning machines for skinny jeans. And I want this Elton John, whoever he is, taken into custody. If he hasn't disappeared already.
Sir, I'm not sure we're going after the right party, sir. Mr. John is a celebrity.
That can't protect him from the Federal Aviation Administration.
Is this a temporary ban, sir, or is this a liquids and gels kind of restriction? How long until English musicians may be allowed back in U.S. airspace?
Oh, I think it's going to be a long, long time.
What evidence links international terrorism to our nation's original enemy, the British Empire?
I can't believe they're taking in British rock stars over a terrorist incident. I have tickets to see Lily Allen.
It's okay. She's not a rock star.
What?
Mary, I have to go.
What is it?
I need to check in with headquarters. They might need me.
What for?
Mary, I lied to you. When I told you I was a motorcycle stuntman for the city, that was not the truth. I'm a rocket man.
I'm sorry, what?
We protect the skies, Mary. America's last stronghold against the threats of tomorrow.
What threats are those?
I don't know, but when they show up, I'll be waiting.
So you're military?
Department of Municipal Rocketry.
So civil defense?
No, it's a jobs program.
Oh, is this an Obama thing?
Little older.
Carter. Eisenhower?
Roosevelt, Franklin. Works Progress Administration. Mary? I need to fly. Literally.
TSA officials have not disclosed details of just what relates this morning's terrorist event to British pop culture, saying only that there has been a clear and distinct tie to members of the British music industry. In some cities, they are declaring Smash the Clash, and Alabama has placed restrictions on sale of Beatles records, calling it invasion rock. Rockstar Keith Richards was released.
Not just big emergencies, we respond to anyone in trouble. So you just want to fill this out, submit the top sheet, keep the yellow one for your records, and if you have any questions, here's my number.
Peril response form, we still use these? They're for emergencies only? What kind of peril is she in?
Do you have a quarter for a beer?
What's happening, Captain?
Fantastic. Where you been?
Coffee break. Okay, so I'm a dirty cowboy. Take it off my hours. What are we doing in a bar in the middle of the afternoon? This is a national crisis. Shouldn't we be looking diligent somewhere?
You're dismissed, 69.
Excuse me?
Hand in your altimeter.
You're firing me?
And your uniform.
What do you... Come on, I cover shifts for everyone. When you took out the clock on Union Station, I was your alibi.
You left Ben alone. It was his first day. He was in training. We get an alert. Where's his instructor?
Yeah, because having me stand around holding his hand was totally priority.
He wanted to impress you.
Yeah, I've seen that movie too. So we quit? Where is he?
Exploded over Seattle today and crashed into the Puget Sound in view of the entire city. Rescue teams are combing the
Ben?
waters. However, nothing is yet known as to the cause.
Benny and the jet? That is not my fault.
Ben was your responsibility.
Oh, and I just knew he was going to take out a passenger plane if I went to get coffee?
Altimeter and uniform.
No. Something else going on.
Look, the entire FAA is coming to investigate this crash. And when they figure out that it wasn't Elton John that downed that plane, they're going to start asking questions. And then every rocket man in the city, maybe the whole country, is going to be out of a job.
This is a mistake.
Altimeter.
No.
When I got money in my pocket, feel a whole lot more relaxed. When I got money in my pocket, feel a whole lot more relaxed.
It's all yours, wizard.
When I throw down my money.
Is Ian up here?
You ever seen Ian on street level?
How can the FAA not know about us?
Municipal rocketry's different.
Who's in charge of us?
The Works Progress Administration.
That ended in the 1940s.
Why you've never gotten a raise. Before you were number 10, an author named Pierce wore that uniform. Before that, I was a concert harpsichordist.
Who died and gave you the uniform?
It's past 6, Dad. This rocket is heavy. We've stood all day.
Is it so terrible up here? You know, the moments when you get to perform make it all seem worth it.
You see that guy in the top office? I want his job.
Barry, do you know how many kids even get to be Rocketmen?
When was the last time you flew?
The exposition.
The robot at the World's Fair.
There are other ways a person can end up in peril.
Somebody wants this job. Somebody needs to be up
Hey,
here with...
excuse me, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing?
Come on, Dad. Let's go home.
Just a minute, Barry. I've got to retrieve that spray can.
That sucks. About your dad?
I've had this uniform since the 80s. You see that guy in the suit? He's a company man. Sits at that desk all day. Goes to meetings. Made out with a bike messenger once. I've been watching him for years. Him with his car under the garage, and his condo, and his personal assistant, his laptop. Fuck you. I'd rather be a rocket man.
Locating parts for weeks, sir, but we've recovered the engine from the plane. There are two things we've discovered so far. Residue of activated hydrogen.
It's rocket fuel.
And this.
Mortgage problems. Don't need Rocketman.
This one can't afford insurance.
Join the club.
He's lonely.
Can you tell me where I parked my car?
Somebody has 2 jobs and can't get to daycare on time.
We can't rescue any of these people.
I think this guy is a hoarder.
This girl wants someone to follow her boyfriend.
There's no Wi-Fi in this coffee shop. Why isn't this form available online?
People are really filling out these forms? How do we save people from life?
My dad spent his life waiting for the communists. I don't think our job is that easy. Today's threats aren't so exotic, but we gotta save someone. I can't change what we screwed up, but we don't need rockets for lost cats and hoarders. Okay, men. People are in peril. Here are your orders.
No news yet on the origin of the metal creature that has attacked the grounds of the World's Fair. Footage received from bystanders reveals a strange figure standing about 20 feet high and dispersing visitors into the International Fairgrounds. The station is now just getting word that Rocketmen have arrived on the scene to deal with this hostility. Stay tuned to Channel 6 as news arrives of this troubling scenario.
Is this the temp at the front desk?
Yes, sir.
Why did you let an idiot in to see me?
I'm sorry, sir. He said he had your signature on a form.
Give me that. How did you get this?
That's our standard Peril response form.
Does it look like I'm in peril? I must have filled this out drunk a year ago. You can barely read this handwriting.
The form said if they gave you an office with a window, you'd jump from it. I thought I should just show up and ask what you need.
I don't need anything from the Department of Municipal Rocketry. I'm set, thanks.
That's a nice football.
Yes, it is. It's signed by Roger Staubach.
You like the Dallas Cowboys?
Sure.
You play?
No.
Your kids play.
I haven't got any... I don't need any help from you anymore.
Baseball?
No, I don't play baseball either.
Guess you've never played guitar. Who is Alan Collins?
He's a better guitarist than I'll ever be.
Keep a lot of stuff for a guy with no hobbies.
This baseball is worth $300,000. That jersey, that was in the very first World Series. I couldn't even tell you how much that guitar is worth offhand.
You don't play guitar anymore, do you?
I'm not a kid anymore.
No wonder you want to jump.
Get out.
This is bullshit. Do we do dry cleaning too? It's like I'm a pizza boy again.
Hello? Who is it?
That's the Department of Municipal Rocketry, ma'am.
She's on the 6th floor. We could at least deliver to the window.
I'm sorry. Who was that?
My name is Barry. I'm a rocket man. You filled out a standard Peril response form?
6 months ago.
That was 6 months ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am. There's a backlog.
You filled out an obscure carbon copy form, delivered it to a secret location, and expected a prompt response.
I'm not sure I should let you in.
I understand, ma'am. We do work with the government, but if you're uncomfortable, we can come back another time, or else just leave your delivery here on the stoop.
Are you wearing rockets?
Not at the moment, ma'am.
The police with you?
No.
Did you fly here?
No.
What are you doing here?
We brought you a library book.
Hello, I'm looking for Brett.
Yeah, that's me.
I have this form you filled out. You were in Peril?
Wow. Nice timing. I filled that out months ago. From social services?
Department of Municipal Rocketry. Sorry, there's a backlog.
Whatever. Did you find me a job?
Sorry, we don't have any vacancies just now.
That's too bad. I'd like a job where I could show up late in a uniform.
There's a variated scale of response priorities. My associate and I were just going down the list.
Yeah, whatever. I was asking for a job or for rent, so.
Unfortunately, we don't have the resources.
Who's your associate?
His name is Ian, Rocketman 28. He's on top of your moving truck.
Oh, good.
The Earth makes him queasy.
Why'd you show up here?
You filled out a form?
Okay, so you show up late, you can't help me, you don't have a job, you don't have any rent. Do you need me to sign something?
Due to limited resources, we're obligated to make a non-standard rescue. You checked the box that said other employment. I understand you're in the music industry.
Yeah, why'd you give me a gig?
Sorry.
That's okay, I pawned that guitar a month ago.
We, made you a mixtape.
Huh. Okay. Look, I need to be out of my house by the end of the day.
Where's your new place?
Your friend's sitting on it.
Can we help load the truck?
Hello. We have your book. I'm sorry we're late. I'm Barry, Rocketman number 13. This is Trenton. If you don't mind, it's checked out in my name, so we could come back.
Barry Webster?
If we met, your form says agoraphobia.
What happened to Ben Armstrong yesterday?
What do you know about Benny?
The entire federal government is looking for the terrorists who blew that airplane up, and you're returning first editions of Jane Jacobs?
It's the second edition, actually.
If he wasn't a terrorist, it was a federal employee who blew it up.
Unintentionally?
You endangered everything, Barry. The Rocketmen are a hazard to every part of the Bureau.
What Bureau? Who are you?
Riders Union 206 Disarmament Division, and we need Rocketmen to do a job.
Look, you'll have to fill out the appropriate paperwork.
These measures are of two kinds. The first is to make provisions intended to relieve, to minimize, and to prevent future unemployment. The second is to establish measures, the practical means to help those who are unemployed in the present emergency. Our Social Security legislation is an attempt to answer the first of these questions, and our work relief program the second. We're losing no time in getting the government's vast work relief program underway, and we have every reason to believe that it should be in full swing by the autumn.
More than just jobs programs, Mr. Roosevelt's plans are a vision of a safer future. During a crisis, when civilians are unable to contact the authorities, these municipal rocketmen have emergency call boxes located in hard-to-reach places, where they can notify your local elected officials of any situation requiring attention. Expect to see vigilant men like these atop American cities everywhere.
Creme brulee.
Trenton, wake up.
Barry!
He's okay.
Where am I? How did we get here?
We were hoping you could tell us. Call came in on the roof phone, said you needed rescuing. What's the last thing you remember?
Someone handed me a letter. It was in the Central District.
Dude, you're on Harbor Island. You two have no idea who brought you here?
I remember this place.
It's been an empty lot since I've lived here. Burned down when I was just a kid.
Yeah, it didn't burn down, it exploded. Someone wants us to remember.
That's what happened to me!
Quinn, what happened?
I was reading a letter and it knocked me out.
You got knocked cold by a letter?
I don't know, it just hit me really hard.
A letter?
You've never been struck by a letter before?
I get woozy when I read the news.
Recipes for Korean food give me indigestion. This is different.
What does it say?
It's a breakup letter written by a torpedo.
Quinn, snap out of it. What did you read?
Quinn, what's the last thing you remember?
You were over there. I opened that letter. I was starting to read it, and then Indians came in and killed the buffalo.
Technically, it was white men that killed all the buffalo.
Do you remember anything about the letter? What did it say?
To whom it may concern?
Max.
There are two small paragraphs. Does that sound familiar to either of you?
Frosting.
Tomahawk.
And these holes on the back, they're not Morse code. Could they be ones and zeros?
Computer code?
Maybe translation of what we're reading on the other side?
So it's a computer virus that crashes people's brains?
This is probably as good a time as any to tell you we're all on a federal watch list.
Let's get back to the roof.
Hi, Mary.
What are you doing here? How did you get in here?
I let myself in through the window. I'm sorry, I just need a place to lay low. They might be looking for me.
What are you talking about?
That FAA alert, Mary, it's a fraud. Something's wrong. The rest of the Rocketmen, they're in hiding. They're all afraid, but I know something's up. I just need a place to lay low while I come up with a plan.
Oh, I don't know.
That terrorism alert, it doesn't make sense. It was just Benny.
Who's Benny?
It's not my fault he didn't know what he was doing. Look, Mary, I'm gonna clear all of this up. But I'm gonna need you. Do you believe in me, Mary?
The federal government is looking for you?
Yes.
I thought you worked for the federal government.
We're a really small department. Sometimes they forget we exist. Look, Mary, I need you to trust me. I'm the last rocket man flying, and I need your help.
So you came in through that window? Using that rocket?
Yes.
Would you put that rocket back on?
Dr. Mycroft? I'm investigating. That is, I'm trying to locate certain entities within the infrastructure of the federal bureaucracy. You may be aware that the purview of the federal is somewhat extensive.
Bloated.
Exactly.
Including the investigative wings.
The point being, Doctor, you spent a period in conflict with certain federal agencies.
I have since served my penance and succeeded in professional circles.
For which I congratulate you, sir.
The federal government in my youth was a preposterous, expensive fantasy trap it was my pleasure to disrupt. Jobs programs, recovery acts, murals, and bridges that just need to be maintained now. Preservationists.
And your initial private enterprise was in conflict with the goals of the government?
My robot army was superior to anything the WPA could launch at it. We wiped out the Zeppelin Corps, crushed the pneumatic postal system, and if it wasn't for the microcircuit, my robots would have conquered the hemisphere. In 1940, it took a behemoth 10 stories tall to house the artificial intelligence of a mechanical man. By the 1950s, that same robot circuitry could be reduced to 20 feet. Now they're the size of a pacemaker. Technological advance has its drawbacks.
Well, you were invincible in your day.
I nearly conquered the city.
You should be better remembered, sir. But your later work, finance and industry, certainly forged the country we live in today.
I could have accomplished so much more.
Was your failure at all related to Rocketmen?
The most hapless fantasy of them all. Idiots on rooftops all over the nation, dizzy on hydrogen fumes, and waiting for the threats of tomorrow.
It might interest you to know the Department of Municipal Rocketry still exists.
What?
The federal budget being what it is, my department has been unable to trace their whereabouts. They exist. They've been buried. Their budget can't have changed since 1943.
Impossible. They only persisted because we were in a Cold War. The Soviets had their rocket men, we had ours.
Exactly. It would be, in effect, a jobs program paying less than minimum wage. Technology 7 decades out of date, answering to a bureaucracy so remote nobody can trace the headquarters.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I need to find them. And I need professional help. Are you sure it's impervious?
Have you ever tried to dent a German cipher machine? The casing is titanium. The brain made of steel relays built to survive air raids. The Rocketmen will have no choice but to fight the creature. It's the menace they exist for. The threats of tomorrow. They'll show themselves, and then you can arrive to arrest them.
We interrupt this program with breaking news. Accounts coming in of a giant robot in downtown Seattle. It's moving up 4th Avenue between Yesler and Union. Traffic slowing is expected. Our man on the street brings us more.
Thanks, Beth. A real mess here. The robot is moving very slowly. Northbound entrances to I-5 are almost entirely...
Robot!
Moving up Pike Street like a giant tourist.
Shit.
What?
Coming this way, Mary. A giant robot coming this way.
Very slowly, look at it.
Defending the nation. Threats of tomorrow. I am a rocket man. Mary. I'm the last rocket man.
Oh God, this is what you do?
Who else is there?
What? Damn it!
A rally at the convention center has been delayed due to the arrival of a large mechanical man described by onlookers as a slow-moving nuisance. The origin of the robot creature is unknown, and authorities are unable to deter the creature's momentum as it slowly moves from downtown onto Capitol Hill. Are you downtown right now? Call us and let us know what you think. Are mechanical monsters just a part of everyday life?
Ugh, look where you're stepping.
Sorry, I wanted to stand on the edge. Well, who put it there? You're not supposed to leave things on the side of the building.
I just put new batteries in there.
Robot!
Sorry. I love rescuing cats off utility poles. But aren't giant steel monsters the kind of threat that we were intended to cope with?
That thing's ancient.
And it's getting away. Can we please put on our rockets?
No, something's wrong. Why now?
We could save the city, all of us against one robot.
No flying. It's 50 years old.
Hey! What's your deal? I live across the street and one of your friends just broke my skylight.
Was it Troy?
Strapped into a jetpack?
It's a rocket pack.
What's the difference?
Condensed activated hydrogen.
How did you find us?
Bunch of guys on a rooftop wearing pajamas? I love a slumber party.
Giant robot! Okay, robot, but not by rocket.
You gonna negotiate with it?
That giant robot isn't new. What's it doing here now? Somebody brought it here for a reason, and we can't be conspicuous.
Bright red uniforms, burnt sneakers. No, nothing conspicuous here.
What was Troy doing in your apartment?
I was in Peril.
It's a trap.
The giant robot is a trap?
That giant robot belongs in a museum.
It's congesting traffic.
We've got to stop it before Troy gives us away.
Without flying?
We can't be seen. The feds are watching.
You mean we have to walk all the way downtown?
Troy's gonna get there first.
I think I can get you there faster.
The robot my dad told me about was built out of German cipher machines from the 40s. Same vintage as our rockets, that's why it's so big.
How do you stop a cipher machine?
Sign an armistice.
We don't have to stop the robot, we have to stop Troy.
They're the feds. This is bad.
Well, we're never gonna get through this crowd.
There's Troy on top of that building.
Troy, don't move!
Hey, big fella!
Give me that letter.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna give it something to translate. Cover your ears. When I pass out, keep reading.
There are just two types of literature controlled by the Geneva Convention. Would either of you like to tell me what they are?
Blank verse by Nixon.
And a neural reset letter! What in creation made you hand over that weapon?
They brought us a library book. It was a second edition.
As if the situation wasn't catastrophic already. The FAA is diverting all of its resources to track down the Rocketmen. It's only a matter of time before that leads to the Bureau of Probable Labor and then everything. Literary disarmament. The Elevator Commission. Try to imagine what they'll make of the floating orphanages. The Rocketmen are a rogue agency. We don't even know how many divisions are staffed. Nobody is in charge. So it's your job. Convince them to vanish. Stop the Rocketmen.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Where am I?
You're in an ambulance!
What hit me?
Does that poem get stronger every time we read it?
We haven't read it all the way through.
Where did you get that?
It wasn't me.
Ambulance. Did we stop the robot?
We stopped everything!
We didn't stop Troy. The FAA were there. They saw him flying.
Hand washing.
You're in an ambulance.
Defeated the robot.
Where are we going?
Hospital, because Troy's an idiot.
They should have shot him in the rocket.
Problem solved.
He'll be okay, but he needs to see a doctor.
You're okay. We're all okay.
Then why does your voice sound funny?
We're probably breathing condensed activated hydrogen.
Why are we breathing hydrogen?
Troy probably cracked his rocket when he crashed.
Well, if we knocked out the city, I think we just woke everybody up.
Nothing cures a hangover like an explosion.
Hey, Troy's waking up. I think he's gonna be okay.
Great. We just knocked out half the city. The FAA is after us, and my head feels like a pillow full of scorpions. But Troy is gonna be just fine. I'm so glad that Troy is gonna be feeling better. Where's my rocket?
You just blew up my ambulance.
Hey. Hey! What is she doing here?
Her name is Mary, and you just blew up my ambulance, okay? What are we doing about that?
Troy, you're fired.
You can't fire me.
You broke rank, you stole municipal rocketry property, and you almost got us busted by the FAA.
Come on, you have no authority. Who the hell are you?
I'm number 13, and I've been here the longest.
That's crazy. I'm gonna talk to... Who's in charge of us again?
Well, if you find him, you file a complaint. In the meantime, I'm telling you, you're fired.
Hey, boss, what are we doing about my ambulance then, huh? Well, can I have Troy's job then?
Hold on.
Shut up, you're fired.
You can't fire me.
You can't have his job.
Why not?
You're not qualified.
And you are? I mean, no offense, but I'm
It's too
thinking...
dangerous.
I just dragged this from an exploding ambulance. I don't know about dangerous?
It's more complicated than it looks.
We're short a rocket now.
You're a girl.
I'm sorry. It's a rule. Rocket men.
I don't believe this.
It's a rule.
We have rules.
Well, obviously there's no drug testing.
Some things just aren't negotiable.
There's a glass ceiling on the rooftop.
Look, it's a rocket. Women can't wear rockets. Rockets are...
You're fired.
Can you do anything without being conspicuous?
Who are they?
They're the ones that gave us that letter.
As a precaution,
We suspected they might use the cipher machine to try to get your attention. We hadn't considered you might knock out the city.
At least nobody saw us.
I'm sorry. We've maintained the Rocketmen for decades, but this is too critical. You're going to have to go away.
Maybe if we just keep in line, lay low.
For how long?
As long as it takes.
All you've ever done is lie low.
But what if the communists do come?
The Soviet Union canceled their municipal rockets in the 1980s. If they ever were a threat, it ended 30 years ago.
Excuse me, are you hiring?
Are you a rocket man?
Yes?
No, she's not.
You're fired!
It's a stupid job. Yes? It's a waste of taxpayers' money, okay. And maybe we don't help anybody down there. But you fire everybody on this roof. Trenton's flipping burgers. Quinn is gathering signatures outside of a grocery store. It's a jobs program, right? It's our jobs. Save us.
There's no getting around the FAA. You blew up an airplane. You need a miracle.
¿Cómo están, Rocketmen?
A highly effective and volatile discovery, condensed activated hydrogen has all the benefits of standard hydrogen, but it's important to remember all the hazards too. As well as its explosive qualities when mixed with oxygen, the gas causes changes to the voice, just as in helium. Larger quantities of the gas can even have hallucinogenic effects when inhaled. Long-term exposure can result in lassitude, lack of inhibition, and poor decision skills. It is not recommended for civilian use.
¿Cómo están, Rocketmen? Discúlpenos por llegar tarde. Venimos para juntarnos con tu magnífica revolución.
Anybody here speak Spanish?
Buenos días, señores Rocketmen. ¿Nuestros bien y tú?
Bien, beautiful lady. Saludos, desde la Brigada Socialista de los Cohetes de Venezuela.
Greetings from the Socialist People's Republic of Venezuela.
Destino glorioso.
They know of our glorious destiny to overthrow the corrupt American pig government
Hemos volado de Caracas en el nombre de Hugo
and have
Chávez.
flown all the way from Caracas in the name of Hugo Chavez to guarantee the success of our revolution.
How many of them are there?
Ocho.
The communists finally arrive, and they're Venezuelan?
Our rockets are better.
The plane crashed. They think it was intentional.
Sabemos que ustedes causaron la caída del avión.
We know of the crashing of the airplane, the signal to begin the new government.
Seguiremos a los hombres cohetes.
Together, we will
Para
follow
conseguir la
Rocketmen
gran
into the
derrota
great
del Estado
crushing of the
capitalista.
capitalist state.
He wants to take down the government of the United States of America with 18 of us?
Hemos observado los hombres cohetes americanos gloriosos.
We have monitored the
durante años,
glorious American Rocketmen for years,
disparando encima de los techos por todo el país.
waiting in open sight on rooftops all across the United
El momento
States,
en que el gigante
waiting for
estuviera
the moment
vulnerable.
when the giant was vulnerable,
Vimos la señal.
waiting for the signal.
Juntos, hombres cohetes, liberaremos
Together,
todo el
Rocketmen,
mundo de la
together
hegemonía
we
del
will rid the
mercado.
world of American hegemony.
He's right.
What?
We have waited for our communist brothers to come and complete our army of People's Independent Revolution. Tell him the corporate oil giant company superstate will be swept clean by the organic free range of our glorious rocket republic.
What? Are you advocating the violent overthrow of the U.S. government?
If it saves our jobs, yes. Who's with me?
Bueno.
Troy's got to get on that plane or this'll never work. Remember, men, Troy is the signal.
I've got a file on you, Troy Baker. I know everything about you. School records, employment. What were you doing in a commercial airport?
I'm a frequent flyer.
You think you're a hero? You think you're someone important? Did you think we wouldn't notice you, Mr. 69? What were you up to? I'll have you prosecuted in perpetuity in the name of Homeland Security!
Sorry, gentlemen, some engine problems here. I'll need to ask you all to return to your seats.
Oh, look. There's someone out on the wing of the plane. I think I see something happening. Outside. On the wing of the plane.
Oh my God! There's something on the wing of the plane!
I was afraid this would happen. Gentlemen, at this moment, an army of flying communists is attempting to take down this aircraft. And there's only one thing that can stop them. Me.
Hello? Yes, Command? This is Carl Vincent aboard Security Flight 202. We are under attack. Inform the Air Force. We have an airborne security situation. Respond with force.
Sir, those rocketmen just saved our lives. You have to let the Air Force know.
Maximum force!
You betrayed my men.
I'm sorry, Rodrigo.
Let me see that.
I'll live. Troy, give me a rocket.
What?
Are you bleeding?
He's headed for another airplane. Before we blew it up, why did you drive an ambulance?
I'm a pushover for helping people, I guess.
You'll have to stop him.
What?
You know how they work?
I watched Troy.
Okay, then go. Now.
You have got to be kidding me.
Sorry, Troy. Gotta fly.
This is an emergency. Give me that rocket.
Literally, gotta fly.
You don't know how to do this. She's not even trained.
Sorry, it's my rocket. Barry gave it to me now.
Give it to me.
Maybe when I get back.
I'm not laughing, Mary. Give me the rocket.
You're so possessive about that.
Seahawk 1-4 to SeaTac Tower. I have bogeys at 2 o'clock at 500 feet. Closing in.
Seahawk 1-4, roger that.
Seahawk 1-4, this is SPD Helicopter 43. They're headed into the downtown core. Permission to engage.
SPD 43, they're all yours.
organic effects.
Here we go. Bogies again at 4 o'clock.
100 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet, 400 feet, 500 feet.
As unconfirmed reports of an attempted series of terrorist attacks come in, we have footage from all across the city of men from the Department of Municipal Rocketry who appear to have thwarted a possible second terrorist attack on passenger airlines. It appears this long-standing jobs program is all that saved us from another terrorist disaster.
Is somebody gonna rescue her?
Take 6 pebbles from 6 windy summits. Take a grain of white sand from the beach. And while doing these things may seem dumb, it's a way that the ground can remain within reach. That ground can remain within reach. 'Cause I don't know if you'll end up in ruin, honey. I don't know all the things you'll be doing, and I can't be sure just what things lie in store. But I know that with work and with luck, you'll endure. Now it's not like you're selling silk roses. We have not reached that state of extremes. And it's not that the path that you chose isn't right, it's just it's not the one from your dreams. So take solace in singing out sorrows, and take comfort in counting those sheep. 'Cause a bird in the hand means tomorrow is grand, so go have a good time while you sleep. I said go have a good time while you sleep. 'Cause I don't know all the things you'll be doing, and I don't know if you'll end up in ruin. And I can't be sure just what things lie in store, but I know that with work and with luck, you'll endure. I said I know that with work and with luck, you'll endure.